Hello, update on me. I'm doing somewhat okay at the moment, despite everything. I managed to get a temporary exemption till May, which I doubt I'll be able to get another one, let's just say that. So I've been saving a lot of money, not that it might not help me because inflation is a lot higher than they say it is anyway. I'm very distraught about the situation here, where literally medical practices are discriminating against you if you haven't, because my local doctor refuses to like have inpatient appointments with people that haven't, unless you're there to get. I mean, I can technically go there because I've got the exemption, but I don't want to support them, and I sent a whole bunch of people there to give them a bad review, and they took their Facebook down because, well, we got their reviews down to 1.9 out of 5, so suck on that, small little win. I'm going to report them to the Human Rights Commission tomorrow, not that it'll do much, because they're all for this, and they're all a part of it. I want this madness to end. The mandates here in Western Australia are absolutely shocking. Like, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to the pub, you can't do most things if you're unvaccinated. They backflipped on the bottle shop one because bottle shops lobbied against the government to drop it because they were losing money. And yet, according to Maugowan, as I like to call him, vax rates, like first dose, is 98.9%. Sure. Really, yeah, in a population of, hang on, I thought it was 2.5 million, but someone said nearly 3 million people, so I'll have to get a correct figure for that. Alright, let's get a correct figure. 2.69 million. Okay, so you're telling me that like 30,000 people in all of Western Australia are unjabbed? Sure, totally. Don't believe the figures whatsoever. I'll continue to hold the line. I don't know what I'm going to do come May when my exemption expires. I thought about like just doing like end of lease cleans, but I'm still thinking about leaving the state as well. Don't know whether I'll sell this house then, but I do want to have something concrete like this house if my money becomes worthless, although they'll probably try and seize everyone's assets too. I know, don't give them any ideas, but that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? The World Economic Forum. They want you to own nothing and be happy, so, you know, I can't have this. I can't have my plot of 700 square metre land because they want it and they want everything from themselves. The little guy can't have anything. The little guy can never retire. We're just slaves, and now they want to put microchips in our brains so that we become transhuman. It's hard to believe any of it. Obviously they started it off slowly, just like Hitler started off things slowly, but I can't compare it to that. But we are segregated. very badly here in Western Australia, to the point where I had to go to ED to get treatment for my UTI. And I'm just going to keep doing that for my medial problems if people aren't going to serve me unless I show their papers at these medical practices. I'll go to ED every time because they have to serve me there, they have to look after me there. So I'll waste the government's resources if I have to. I mean, I pay into the system, and you know, they're saying that I can't have these services because I haven't done what they want me to do, even though I've paid them tens of thousands of dollars in tax, you know, over the past 10 years. Yeah, like last year I paid like 10 grand in tax, basically. And for what? To have it all stripped away? Like, and not to mention the fact that in Australia, we pay tax on like everything, like excise on everything as well, like GST 10%. Fuel excise is insane. Excise obviously on alcohol, excise on cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes and I don't drink much alcohol, but there you go, massive excise. But you have to drive a car to get, well, you don't have to drive a car, but you have to use some sort of transportation. And obviously, you know, the cost of petrol brings the price of transportation up, no matter what transportation you use, unless, you know, you ride a bike everywhere or something. It's all very frustrating. We have to wear a mask everywhere. I will not say whether I do or not wear one everywhere. And nobody will give you a mask exemption, even if you, like me, have severe anxiety and get panic attacks at times. Because apparently common sense does not prevail. But we can tell that from the past 2 years. Common sense is not common. There's no such thing as sense anymore in any of this. But we all have to continue to fight, and I have to stand up for my brothers and sisters in this as well. And like, I check on my other unvaxxed friends, and because I know they're doing it tough, especially the ones here in Western Australia, and I'm worried about them caving. And it's like, not that I would judge them for it or anything, because it's an impossible situation to be in. I don't want them to get ill. I don't want them to have an adverse reaction. I mean, as a nurse, I've sworn to do no harm, and I can see so much harm being done, and this is not what I signed up for in terms of my profession, because I always wanted to care for people. And that's what I thought that I was doing, but with this, we're not. I will never give a COVID vaccine to anyone. I will never have a COVID vaccine until the point that they can provide an actual safe one that provides sterilizing immunity. But I suspect by then I'll already have natural immunity, and I will not take one when I have natural immunity, because even Bill Gates admitted that unfortunately natural immunity is stronger than, you know, the induced immunity. So this video might get taken down because I've used a few keywords there that I shouldn't have, but just know, to everyone out there who's struggling, I'm here with you. We'll get through this together. We just gotta stay strong. The more we don't comply, the crazier they'll get, and the crazier they get, the crazier they will seem, and then more people will start waking up. And to all the Canadians out there struggling at the moment. I feel you, and I'm sorry for everything you're going through with like freezing bank accounts. It's absolutely disgusting what Trudeau is doing. I can't believe it myself, but I feel like that's something that the Australian government would definitely look into too, if there wasn't an election around the corner. I mean, they still did some like horrible things with the protests at Canberra, like using sonic weapons on people. So, can you imagine if they weren't trying to save face? Anyway, that's me out for now. I'll update you maybe in a few weeks' time or so. Just try to stay strong.